Clayton, what an incredible year for a lot of reasons. But as the year ended and the workload in the postseason, do you find yourself having to do anything different in the offseason just because of how it ended?
No, not really. I think just with my back being hurt, I changed up a little bit. Try to be smart about everything, but for the most part, routine's about the same. Feel really good right now, so excited about. I threw a lot less innings last year too, so hopefully that'll translate to this year.
Yeah, and as a pitcher, as you evolve, you're not old by any stretch of the imaginations, but you've dominated baseball for so long. What have you learned about your body as each spring training comes, and what have you adapted to?
Every spring training it feels like the same. You're working on stuff and it's not coming out the right way. And a lot of people always tell you, it'll get there, don't worry about it. But for me, I just try to worry about it until I figure it out, and just kind of work at it until you get it where you need it to be. But body-wise, everything, I don't feel that much different than when I started a long time ago. But feel good.
What is a fun day for Clayton Kershaw other than pitching a no-hitter and hitting a home run?
Oh man, a fun day for me is probably just hanging out with the kids. We got a 3-month-old boy now and a 2-year-old girl, so they keep me pretty busy. Maybe mix some ping pong in there, if I can find somebody to play with. But other than that, that's basically my off season, just on dad duty, which is awesome.
Lastly, we know you were working on a changeup. 3 of the most dominant pitchers. Any other tricks up your sleeve for this year?
Yeah, just the changeup for the past 10 years, working on that, making sure it's getting good. And, I might throw 2 a game now instead of 1, so we'll see.
Corey, when you see Kenley Jansen come into a game, that must give you some peace of mind, right?
Yeah, it's huge. To have him come back, it's amazing. You have your ninth inning guy, you have your lockdown inning. That's huge. It's that much more important at the end of the game to have that guy there. So that was a big plus for us when he came back.
At any point, did it feel overwhelming in 2016 for you?
No, I don't think so. We had a lot of guys that I could ask questions to. A lot of guys that, if I had any problems, I could go to. I had my brother also. It was one of those things that I was never unprepared because I had somebody to prepare me. I had somebody to ask questions to. So it was one of those things that you just kind of hopped on board and went with it.
I don't remember, looking back, a slump for Corey Seager in 2016. But do you recall a low point where you were like, all right, I got to do some extra work in the cage. I got to figure this out?
Yeah, there's obviously points in the year where you're not where you want to be physically. You're not in the same positions you want to be. So it's a constant battle. But at the end of the day, you still have to go out and compete and still go out there and try and get hits and do whatever you can for your team that night.